Okay, welcome everyone to these weekly gatherings um, with Cosmic Starseed Academy, weekly gatherings and Pleiadian channeling. Today's date is the 8th of February 2025, and it is 7:45 here in Ireland.
Mm.
The time has just gone so quickly. The time has really speeded up. And January is already February the 1st. It's already the 8th of February, and I'm just time has speeded up so much. Um, I didn't think January would go so quickly. I also thought it would go more smoothly, and I'd always felt that January would have a gentle and smooth energy with it. And for me personally, that didn't turn out to be the case. I'm not sure how everyone else is feeling, but for me, um, that definitely wasn't the case. So there's a lot going on in the world. Um, where do I start? Let's start with a meditation. So when you're ready, if you place both feet on the floor, get comfortable. I'm going to turn my camera off for this just for a few minutes. Okay, so when you're ready, um, take some take some deep breaths in through your nose, down to your, excuse me, down to your belly, and hold it for as long as comfortably possible, and then breathe out through your mouth. And do that. Oh, do that 2 or 3 more times. Center yourself. Visualize Jesus to your left, Ashtar in front of you, Merlin to your right, and your spirit guides behind you. So Jesus on your left, Ashtar in front of you, Merlin to your right. Thank you. And then your guides behind you. You can also call on your team, which would be your animal spirit guides, your loved ones, your galactic team or star nations, and other light beings such as Jesus, Mother Mary, crystals, color, symbols, even sound you can bring in. You can bring in elements like water, fire, air, earth. And just visualize a column of white light coming down from above you, above your head, into your crown chakras. And this beam of white light, shimmering energy, just goes down through the center of your body, out through your feet and to the core of the earth, helping to center, anchor, and ground you into Mother Earth. You can also visualize, thank you. You can also visualize an image of the earth, and thank you. And instead of you standing on the earth, you can visualize the earth coming into your auric field, coming into you, rather than you going to the earth or standing on the earth. The earth, you can visualize the earth coming into you, completely surrounding you. And your auric field, which can sometimes be easier for you to ground. So many of you are changing and adapting and transmuting, transferring, transitioning, transmuting in this time now. So many of you keep looking for an old energy that was within you, a stillness, a quietness, a solitude, a peacefulness, a tranquility. But with all of those things also comes a sense of stillness, a sense of not much happening, and perhaps even boredness or wanting more, a sense of there must be more than this. So many of you are in transformation and so many of you are in a period of transformation where you are shifting gears up 2 or 3 or 4 paces, and you are struggling to your energetic bodies physically are struggling to do that. And some of you will need more help and support with what you are doing, with your work. What we are trying to say is that you are moving up, and some of you will need to find some help and support to maintain and manage the work that you are doing. You can no longer cope with doing it single-handedly. And we are speaking to at least 3, perhaps 4 of you in this, or 5 of you in this group this evening now, where we see in the future you will need to you will need help with the work that you will be doing. For some of you, January was a quiet month. For some of you, there's one message okay. If there's one message we have for you this evening, it would be to move forward, move forward. Bring in the aspects that you need to do that, such as grounding, meditation, or a daily practice. Some of you are guided by friends and family and loved ones, in the sense that they will give you messages of guidance and support in which direction to go in. They may not even be aware that they are receiving this instruction to relay to you. They may not even be aware of it in that sense, that they are themselves being instructed or guided to relay these messages to you, such as find a daily practice or be grounded or get out into nature. February is very much the energy of gathering your stock and working with squirrel energy, which represents gathering your stock and kind of stock taking is what the animal spirit guide, the squirrel represents. Owl energy, wolf energy, bear energy, protection. Grounding, taking stock, and then moving forward. The end of February and the beginning of March. Your world is changing dramatically. Many of you are witnessing this in America with the recent changing of the guard. The 6 months will be important. We've been saying this for at least 4 months. June 2025 is an important month. Internationally, and personally for some of you. The squirrel energy is also a time of reflection. We recommend or suggest you do this before the end of February. Reflect on your past in this lifetime. Reflect on where you are now. Reflect on where you wish to be going in the future. And then let the past go and move forward. And remember, we are always with you, whichever direction you choose to go. So many of you are becoming more and more and more and more aware that you are creating your own lives as you move forward, minute by minute. You are catching your thoughts and becoming more aware of your thoughts and more wise about your own thoughts and the energy, thank you, and the energy they contain and where they lead you. And thoughts, feelings create your reality. Be mindful of your thoughts, of your feelings. It is easy to confuse. Thank you. It is easy to confuse the two, but they are separate aspects. Thank you, there are changes coming up in your abilities. We are speaking to this group, and collectively, there are changes, expansions, expanding growth, moving up the scale of your abilities in the psychic, in the mediumship, in the telepathy, in the healing, in the being empathic, being able to feel energy. Your bodies are changing. You are moving up into you are on an evolutionary period where your bodies, your minds, your DNA is changing and moving into a higher space, a higher awareness, a higher consciousness, a higher everything. Your bodies are changing, your DNA, your blood, your skin, your hair. Your hair is changing. Your hair is an antenna that is able to pick up energy. And that is also expanding. So it may sound funny to some people for us to say, or for some people to hear that your hair is changing, but it is. It is. As is your skin, which is an organ, which is sensitive to the cold, to heat, to temperature, to energy, to frequency, to sound, to technology that is being misused in a negative way. Your skin is also an antenna and picks up information, as does your hair, as does your blood, as does your DNA. There is no part of you that does not pick up information. whether it be your organs, your skin, your hair, your teeth. There is no part of you that is not a receptor for information or energy or vibration or frequency or sound. And all of these things are all of you is evolving. Is moving up the evolutionary scale, and your consciousness is expanding, and your bodies are part of that consciousness. They are part of you, of your, they house your consciousness. They are vessels for your consciousness, for your soul in this lifetime. And humanity is changing in a very physical way. In a very physical way. Your skin, your hair, your teeth, your blood, your DNA, it's all changing in a way that has not really occurred, has never occurred before, not in the way it's happening now. This time, things are slightly different. In the past, there have been evolutionary periods in your history, in humanity's history, and devolutionary periods in humanity's history. There were also times where there were choices, where you could either evolve or de-evolve. When speaking of one of the periods in your history that we are speaking of is Atlantis, where you chose not to evolve. And this time, on a higher level, there really is no choosing. There is no choosing this time, which is what makes it different. We've said this many times before, never in that way, but we have said many times that this time there is a positive outcome. There is no choice, really. At the highest level, there is no choice of devolving. There is no choice this time. And part of the reason for that is that the galactics have, we being part of the galactics, have put steps into place to ensure that the higher timeline occurs on your planet because, and this is very important, because it affects the expansion of consciousness is not limited to your planet. Therefore, it affects everything else within the universe, including us, including Syrians, including Lyrans, including everything that exists in the universe. In the past, there were choices to evolve or devolve or to stay the same. This time, there is no choice, really. On a higher level, there's no choice. There's a choice on your planet to evolve or leave. This has never really happened in the way that it is in the way that it is unfolding and happening on your planet, given the technology that is being used and the technology you have. It's never occurred like this before. This is different. This is steered into a certain outcome that is ensured, led, pushed, pulled into a higher consciousness. We are delighted you are here this evening. Some of you are struggling and have struggled in this month. Excuse Soma. In January, some of you have struggled to break free from unknown restrictions that so many of you have felt and not been able to put into words. Limited, almost like an energy that has been trying to contain and stop you from moving forward. That is starting to clear now and shift. And these energies have been rampant in wanting to stop you in your tracks, to limit you, to put you down, to put you into self-disbelief, to put you into a a space of disempowerment. And that is lessening now. There have been many of you that have been targeted in these areas with technology used in a negative way, and it is lessening now. And it will continue to lessen as the how do I put that? As the Thank you, as the shift of power has changed hands. The shift of power has changed hands. And most importantly, within the political field. We would say the light has already won. It is just a matter of time for you to catch up. It is almost like a videotape of um, um, a race where you already know the outcome because you have the video and it's already happened, but you are watching the beginning of it. We probably haven't explained that very well, but the light has already won. That is not to say that you should sit back and do nothing. It is because of you that the light has already won. It is because of your actions, because of your voices, because of your energy in wanting to create a new earth, a better world, that the light has won. So we would never recommend to sit back and do nothing. Communication is key. Always, always. Communication is key. Uniting with each other, connecting, creating, gathering, calling in your tribe, your people, connecting. Let your voices be heard loud and clear. Let your energy be felt. Whether it is a soft, gentle energy needed, or whether it is more of a warrior spirit energy, you are all capable of stepping into both at different times. And sometimes even both at the same time, simultaneously. Be gentle with yourselves. It is easy for some of you to forget yourselves in your missions, in your work here on earth. It's very easy for some of you to do that because you understand your missions. You understand that they are not even about you, and therefore you forget about yourselves very often in the midst of that. Recoup, regenerate, re-energize, refocus, recenter, self-adjust your dials so that you focus on yourself, so that you can then move forward and focus on others to bring in more light. We will leave you with that this evening. We don't want to exhaust this vessel. We don't want to exhaust Soma. It is very important for you to regenerate, recuperate, regather, re-nurture your bodies, your minds, to not be so active, to be more gentle with yourselves, to allow yourselves to take your finger off the button, to have a break. So many of you will have been have the aspect or way of being where you will just work until you drop. We do not recommend this. Find your balance. Thank you for being here with us this evening, for showing up. We will pause there until our next meeting. So when you're ready, come back into your bodies. Breathe. Take some time to get water if you need to. And thank you for joining us this evening.